Okay, here we go. Yo, 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 what up, though? Miss Sharonda in the building. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Hey, I appreciate you sitting down with me. Welcome to the Mogul State of Mind. I had a chance to really go down a rabbit hole and watch all your interviews, get to watch your social media rants. Like, man, like, yo, you I think like you and Mama Duck, FBG Duck Mom are like two of my favorite like internet moms, man. Like y'all don't hold back. Y'all give it up. Y'all full of energy, everything like that. Like, have you actually went through with the podcast? Because that's what I was looking for. I know at one point you was talking about doing it.
Oh, I was doing it with no rap cap with gas, but that's when I was staying in Slidell. But I done moved to Texas, so I just, I didn't want to make it too hard on him.
Got you. Like, I feel like the media space needs you. Like, I see Mama Duck finally, like, just took over her own YouTube channel and she get on and she talk about certain things. I was like, man, to see you, like, every day.
I'm going to start back on my YouTube.
Got you.
I have to, because I have things to teach these young children.
Now, like, your journey, like, I want to get into that. I want to take a unique approach from all the other interviews. We're going to have a good time, but I also want to kind of tap into the psyche of a mom who's a mom of a superstar and probably like the biggest rap superstar of this generation. So let's start from the beginning, from your upbringing. Growing up in Northern Baton Rouge. Uh-huh. Did you grow up in a 2-parent household?
Uh-huh.
What was that like with your parents?
Well, my dad got up every morning at 4 and he had to be to work for 5:30. Mm-hmm. And he still works today. Like,
that's awesome.
To this day, yeah.
Okay. I asked that because I seen the interviews, you spoke a lot about how your mom had your kids when you went to work.
Yeah, I went to work. Mm-hmm.
But I didn't hear you like too much mention your dad too much. So like, what was your relationship like with your father?
It was great. Like my mom and my dad had 4 kids and like they stayed together till my mom died like almost 48, 49 years. Mm. But my daddy, like I said, he was like, he'd go to work and he bring my mama all the money. Like, for real. He'd go to work and bring my mama all the money in. He's like a dad. Like he stay home, watch movies, stuff like that. That's all. He just lived to work.
Got you. Now I know you mentioned about your brother. Your brother always hung out with older guys, mm-hmm. and he kind of started getting in the streets, getting in trouble and stuff like mm-hmm. that. A lot of people say most young men go to the streets because of a lack of a relationship with their father. How did your dad deal with your brother going into the streets and dealing with those type of guys?
He'll get on their ass if they don't listen. They'll get out for a minute and have to come. He'll always let them back in, but he'll put them out like, you can't do what I say, get out. Mm. I mean, and as a parent, that's all you could do. Like, you could tell them if they don't want to listen, don't want to do what you say, then you got to teach them.
Got you. Mm-hmm. Now, I know a lot of people like you very spiritual. I know like your mom and Eric big on going to church. What about your dad? Was your dad a real church going guy? Because usually men don't mess with church too much.
I'm saying he would go with my mama. Like he would go with my mama,
Got you. Makes sense. All right. So for you, prior to having kids, I know your household growing up, you were sheltered. Mm-hmm. What were being sheltered, like what were your ambitions? Like what were you into? Being that you couldn't really be outside, what was your personal day-to-day being in the house was like?
I mean, it's only because like I was like watch TV a lot with my mom or whatever, but most like being sheltered, like my brother and them was in the streets, so if they outside, they do something, my mom like, come on, they around there fighting, or come on. It wasn't, it wasn't,
yeah,
it's normal. Like a normal household, like the girls stay inside and do what they supposed to do, and the boys, and that's what I'm saying. Like boys are boys and girls are girls.
Got you. It was okay. Prior to like, becoming an adult, things of that nature. Like, what was your ambitions though as a young woman before kids? Like, what was your dream? What was?
I just get up every day and do whatever. Like I've always worked. I worked 2 jobs from 16 all the way till I was 40 when Keturah started rapping. Okay. But other than that, I really didn't. Like, I didn't know that I had an ear for music until like my brother, his friend had a studio around the corner. And one day I used to go around there and sit down and I was listening to the boys rap or whatever. And I'm like, he could have said something different or that could have been different. And as I tell them, I'll be like, that was tight, but you should have said this or that. And they be like, damn, you right. And like, whenever they go there, call me, be like, we finna go to the studio. We need you to look into something, you know.
Yeah.
And that's when I found out that, you know, I had it for music.
Music was your thing. But as a kid, like, you know, like young boys sometimes like, oh, I don't want to be an athlete or I want to be a doctor or whatever. Like for as a young girl, you never had a vision beyond Baton Rouge?
No.
No, I
didn't.
I got you. Now, at what point did your family, your parents start letting you outside? I know eventually you got older, you got grown.
I always could have went where I wanted to and, you know, went, you know, with friends and did stuff that I wanted to. I just never chose to. Like, I be cooling. I don't like people.
Why not?
Because it's like either they're too boring or they're too loud.
It's you can't find that balance.
Yeah.
Got you. Now, kids, you have three?
Three. I have 3 children.
Do you have your kids by the same person?
No.
When you look at like nuclear families, like you growing up with your mom and dad, in a perfect world, would you prefer to have all your kids by one person? Or does that not really matter?
I mean, I have 2 baby daddies, but to me, it's like, it's not one man raising his kids, one woman raising her kids. It's not a 2-parent, because they got some 2-parent households that's fucked up.
Facts.
Then they got 1 parent, you know, one man raising his children, that's fucked up. They got 1 woman. But then you got a great woman can raise her children. Then you got great men that can raise their children. Then you got great 2 parents.
Yeah.
See, it's all in who the people is that's raising you.
How do you feel about your co-parenting relationship with your children's father?
If they came, they came. If they didn't, we still was gonna get it, so it didn't matter. Like, I've never ever told them they couldn't get their children. Never. Never asked them for no money, like Pampers and that. Like, I tricked one of their daddies because I was mad, but I told him I needed Pampers, and when he brought it to me, I called the police. I had told him that he was on his way, and so when he got there, I told him that he was trying to fight me, but I didn't need no Pampers.
Well, why you triggering him?
Because he had made me mad.
So women really do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really do that, but that day he really, I had to get him to the house to show him.
Okay. So because I look at it like I was hearing your story of you having to get up at 5 a.m, getting your 3 kids, get on the bus, and going to where your mom at. And the first thing I think is like, where the dad at? Like, why you have to make such a sacrifice yourself?
Well, at one time the dad was there. He was in the damn bed. Because you know how men lazy. It's life. Like, you know how them women pick bum-ass boys when we don't know no better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could go back and change any of your baby daddies, would you?
No, because then I wouldn't have my children.
What if you could have your children, but you could pick the perfect baby dad? What would he look like?
Oh, he'll be red. And he'll be younger than me because I like boys younger than me. I like him red. I don't know. It just.
I understand that. To you, is there a such thing as good parenting and bad parenting? And if so, like, what's your definition of that?
I think good parenting is just watching your children. Don't tell them what to do. Just watch them, and then when they make the mistakes, then tell them. Don't push your dreams on your children because they have to be like, oh, they're gonna be a doctor because I'm a doctor. They're gonna be a nurse because I'm a nurse. This stuff don't work like that.
Yeah, because I was seeing your stories and talking about Youngboy in school and how he would get expelled and suspended and so many things. And I always wondered, like, when we know our kids doing some fucked up shit, do we kind of downplay and make excuses? Like, for example, if somebody say, oh, your son slapped somebody, I'd be like, well, what did y'all do? Like, do we downplay our kids when they do wrong?
I mean, who's saying him slapping somebody was wrong? You see what I'm saying? What did they do to them?
Hey, is that the parent perspective? Is that how the parent always approaches the situation?
No, that's not how they always approach it, but that's how they should. Because a lot of people are like, I didn't send my child to get bullied. You didn't, but you ain't send him there to get, you know what I'm saying? You ain't send your child to school to get bullied, but you ain't send him there to get beat up either. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You should, make them They gotta approach the bully. They have to.
Do you think Youngboy was the bully in school?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
How do you teach a kid that is a bully about how to treat others? Like, what was those conversations like?
I ain't never really had that conversation, but I feel like if one of my children hit somebody and somebody beat their ass, it's on them. Which, you know what I'm saying? Don't put your hands on nobody.
Yeah. No, I understand that. As a mother having like a famous son, and we see the condition that hip hop is in right now, like as a mother, what is like your biggest fear? What is your biggest fear when it comes to being a mother?
My biggest fear really is that any of my children, I want them to learn that it don't have to really be violence. It don't have to be. But if it is, I hope we win. I'm just playing. Oh, no, I mean, I really ain't never really, no mother wants their child, nobody want to bury their child, but that's probably the biggest fear of everybody.
Yeah. Have you had any situations where a phone call came in and you thought maybe this was that call?
No, every time, like, if anything, when my phone ring late at night, they're mostly in jail.
Got you. I know Youngboy, one of his first, I don't know if it's his first arrest, but one of his arrests, when he was arrested for like that drive-by, and said accused of that, like, as a mom, how did you get that call? Like, how do you find out when he's in jail? Like,
they would call me and be like, either the police be like, we have your son, or we have a collect call from wherever the person is.
And so, like that first time he went to juvenile, like as a mom, how did you feel? Can you kind of like take me through that day, the first time you heard your son getting arrested?
I mean, I know my children, so it didn't surprise me. Like, and as the mother living in Northside, 38, whatever, your children gonna get in trouble. There's no way around it unless you just keep them inside.
Got you. Like, I mean, I look at it because, like, me being as a dad, I will feel like almost just for me, like doing all that I can for our kids to raise them the best that we can. For them to like end up going to jail, or for some people who end up burying a child,
that's not your fault.
But it will feel like a failure because you feel like you brought them here, we brought them here. They didn't choose to be here, and our job is to give them the best life they can because they didn't choose this life.
I mean, no one can take your life but God. So if something happens, it was your time to go. Like, you had I could die right now talking during this interview. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you just never know what's gonna be what. So I always say, you living to go to heaven and stay out of hell. That's all. I mean, nothing else. Your job can be going so good one day, the next day you can be on your ass, or one day you can be on your ass and wake up and you can be at the top of the world. It's nothing. It's you don't control none of it.
Got you.
I mean, you could try hard. They got people that really, they rap every day, sing every day. It's got to be what meant for you. And a lot of children, they be like, I want to be a rapper. You probably supposed to be the interviewer, like you. You see what I'm saying? You probably be the person that's supposed to make the big old light that look like the sun. But you want to be the rapper, you missing out on your money because you try to be like somebody else and not yourself.
Got you. When you look at, I mean, that's a deep perspective in life because I kind of look at life right now and I try to navigate and figure out what's the purpose of life? Like, why are we here? For you, what do you feel like your purpose for being here?
I really and truly I like to talk to people. People might think I'm crazy because I be hollering stuff, but no. I don't like certain type of people. Like, I try to stay away from certain type of people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what's the main type that you look to stay away from?
Like, I don't like young girls that's lost.
Explain.
Like, young girls that feel like men is their money, or young girls that feel like just fast, like fast young women.
I got you. Now, the story of NBA Youngboy getting a dent in his forehead. Can you recall that day? Can you tell the story of how you found out that he broke his neck?
I think I went to the store. He was with his friends playing and jumping on the bed and wrestling, and he fell off. And we took him to the hospital the first time, and they put the little soft thing on his neck. But he kept saying like the whole week. I think that was like on the Saturday. And on a Wednesday when I took him back, they was like, oh, his neck been fractured. But it had been fractured the whole time.
Man.
So then that's when they put the halo on his head.
Where at on his neck? Where is it broke? Where was it broke at?
It was like right on the side.
Ooh. Okay. And so how long? So they put this halo on his head. Like, was this halo on 24/7? Like how long?
Yeah.
For how long?
He had to bathe him with it and everything.
How long did he have to wear it for?
About 6 to 8 months.
Got you. Now he comes off and the halo comes off, and now he has his trademark dents in his forehead. Did he ever deal with any self-esteem issues because of looking different?
No, I guess when he first did it, he was like, Mama, they gonna tease me. I was like, tease him back.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider NBA Youngboy a bad kid?
No, he's really one of my best children.
Define like what made him good for you?
Huh? Because he care about other people. He don't really like this. He don't start mess. He don't like with his sister and his brother. Like ever since he been little, he do stuff for his sisters and brothers. Like when he first got his little money, his sister was 16. He was like 14. He bought her a car. Like he bought her a little Chrysler, but it was like about $3,000-$4,000. But he always took care of his sister and his little brother. Like he always do for his friends. If he go to the store, he gonna bring them something back like candy, whatever. You know, he helped the neighbors. He like to cut grass and like all the older people. Like to this day, all the older people they like remember him.
I seen that story of him. 33 was on Vlad, and he was telling the story about him in NBA grabbing a lawnmower, going out, cutting grass and stuff. Oh, that's dope. Youngboy, I know 33 was saying like Youngboy started rapping early, like at 8. Do you feel like music was all his calling, or because he also played sports, or did you feel like sports was going to be his way?
He could have did football because he was good at football. First, the doctor said he wasn't gonna be able to play football at all or none of it because of his neck. But then when he played football, he was just like so aggressive with the other players. So yeah,
okay.
Even them coaches, they used to try to help him do his homework on the bench and stuff. Like, come on, you gotta keep this grade up, Cantrell, if you want to play all this, because he was really like holding the team down.
Got you. When it come to music, Youngboy, what did you hear him rapping first or singing first?
He used to sing first, like just like maybe to the music and the we playing in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What type of music did you bring him up on? Like who really influenced his musical taste?
Oh, like Lloyd, Lil Wayne, you know, Cash Money. He liked the Lil Fat. Just whatever was around 1999, like.
Yeah. But what about you? What was your musical taste? Because you seem like you would be R&B.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like R&B. I like 70s R&B, like older R&B and stuff.
Got you. I want to get your mindset because you did say like boys are gonna be boys. You live in an environment where you just knew they were gonna get in trouble. As a single mother, like can a mother really raise a son?
Yeah. They can.
Raise a son to be a man. Do you think a woman can really do that?
Both of my sons, they're men. They take care of their children. They take care of their families. They do.
Yeah. You make a statement, hurt people hurt people. You roast me, I roast you back. You punch me, I punch you back.
That don't mean you hurt. That don't mean you hurt.
So explain what you mean by, in your Nolazine interview, hurt people hurt people. Like what does that mean to you?
I mean, like sometimes it means that it's according to who the person is, like I say. Cause some people, they just jealous and those are hurt people. But some people, they do this to take up for themselves. Some people do that to, cause sometimes people just talk about you, you go down, 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 down. But if you put them in check right there at the beginning, then they don't mess with you no more.
Got you.
So that don't mean you hurt. They mean, leave me the fuck alone. You don't know me like that.
Got you. When you listen to Youngboy music, you hear a lot of emotion, you hear a lot of aggression, you hear a lot of pain. Is Youngboy hurt?
No. Some days he might be, some days he might just be, getting stuff off his mind.
Like overall, if you were to like describe his overall, what's the word for it? Like how he feel overall, just his personality, his spirits right now. Like how would you define his spirits of who he is right now?
My baby, he's not mean. Like he just want the children to know. Like he was telling his story when he first came out. He wasn't trying to make them, be his story. He was just telling his story. But now they want to be who his story was. That's not their story. You see what I'm saying?
I see when Youngboy got on, he started rapping, and I was listening to 3-3 interview again on Vlad, and 3-3 was talking about how, he start buzzing, they printing off CDs, they making their noise in the hood. And you running home, you getting that call home to come sign that contract. What was that like that day finding out that your son is actually signing a record label deal that most people don't even get to that level?
But when I was at work, they called me. He's like, say, Ma, you got to come home for a minute. I'm like, why? I'm at work. He was like, tell him one of us sick or something. I'm like, why, Katrina? So I told my manager, I'm like, my baby, he's sick. I got to go. So then when I went to the house, and they was explaining to me everything, and they told me to sign the papers and stuff. So then when I went to New York, and they was like, do you need anything, or you gonna keep your job? I'm like, I don't need anything. I'm gonna keep my job. And I signed over, all my rights to where I didn't want nothing, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want his money or none of it. Like, right. If he give it to me, he give it to me. If he didn't, that was his money.
So as a minor, because he was, 16 when it happened? Yeah. So yeah, you had to sign on his behalf. Did y'all lawyer up? Like, did you understand any of the contract work when you signed it up?
Yeah, they explained everything.
Okay, so the label explained it when you signed it. Did you ever worry, like, man, I'm listening to them, this contract could really be in their favor? Like,
I mean, no, because his manager, he a really solid person, and we trust him.
Yeah.
They will fee Antoine Banks.
Yeah. Now, at that one, because one of his managers passed away, right? Didn't he have a manager that got killed, or?
Oh, I don't know. See, I don't really be knowing too much about music stuff.
Gotcha.
I focus on my children. Like, and that's a lot of people be like, how I feel that your son is a rapper. I mean, how does it feel that my son is my son?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it? I see that you said like money hasn't changed y'all. Like you don't get caught up in all like the material stuff. You said you like I still drive a regular car.
But I don't drive a regular car now. But like I've been a millionaire probably 3 times since my baby been a rapper.
There you go. So like, how do you look at life now having money? Does it make it easier? Is it true more money, more problems? How do you see it?
I mean, I'm just like, I'll get up, pay my bills, and go to the mall, do what I got to do, and go home.
Yeah. So, like, do you have any, like, are you, as far as business-wise for yourself?
My lip gloss has Slime Fix, and it's coming, it's doing good.
Okay. That's dope. Like you said, Youngboy, he signs this deal. He goes crazy. And like you said, your son is your son. But in a world right now where hip hop is so dangerous, because like Youngboy will get up and go to the mall. You would see him go to the mall by himself, him and this girl. But like the world is so dangerous now. Do you have those conversations like, hey, now it's security time? I know we want to look at ourselves as regular, but the world don't look at y'all like regular.
I let my children choose what they want to do.
Yeah. So do you ever just have that how do you correct them? Is there ever time that you sit down and say, all right, bro, you kind of doing too much here. Let's talk about it. No,
because they going to do what they want to do.
But what about like that, just that motherly wisdom, that motherly guidance? Like, how do you guide them?
From a child, I raised them to do what they want to do.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't want just because I might think something right, they might not think it's right. Just because they're children don't mean they don't have the right answer. Sometimes children have more of the right answers than their parents. Like, really. If you listen to your children, my children are smart.
Yeah.
Like, they really know.
I guess I look at it like it's more of a perspective. Like like seeing the bigger picture, like you have an idea, this is what I think, just so you can make a better decision for yourself. Because sometimes we do only see things from our own vantage point and can't see things outside ourselves. So is it ever, it's never a time where you just sit and just have a conversation and say,
yes, like if I be like, Katrina, you know you wrong for that, this. And like, my it is what it is. And that's it.
yeah, that's it with it. Okay. NBA Youngboy has his first kid at 16. Was that your first grandbaby, his first kid? What was your mindset like when you find out you had your first grandbaby on the way?
Oh, my children, they not gay. They boys. I know that my children gonna have children.
Yeah. But was that ever a conversation about, hey, parenthood is here now? Or no, you was like, hey, hands off, hey, you did it, you grown, do your thing.
Yeah, like they had a baby. I know I'm gonna help my children no matter what.
Yeah.
When my children had children, I knew I was gonna help them no matter what. And I love grandchildren. I love being a grandmother.
Yeah. So now you 12 grandkids now, right?
Well, 13 because the one that was mine, he's still mine.
Got you. Okay, got you. So 13 grandkids. Like, do you ever look forward to like when you older in your family reunions? Like,
oh yeah,
you big
I want to be 89. I want to see my great grandchildren. I want my children to come pick me up and like, Mama, come right to the store.
Yeah, I feel it. I want to word this next question the correct way, but would you ever thought that you would share a grandbaby with the greatest boxer, arguably in the history of boxing, with Mayweather?
No,
It's just like, hey, it's grandbaby to me.
Yeah. I never really. I knew Mr. Mayweather. I knew Mr. Floyd. He was a boxer, but I don't know nothing about boxing and stuff.
Got you. So you didn't even understand the magnitude of how big Floyd was. You just, hey, I know you're boxing.
I knew he was a very important person. Yeah, he nice.
But now this like this important boxer. I guess I look at the history. Your legacy is crazy. The one of the greatest, biggest artists of all times in your legacy, and now you join family with the greatest boxer of all time. Like the genes, the legacy that runs through your family. Like, did you ever foresee it being like this grand? Because this is something that's gonna etch you forever, like to make you live forever.
And KJ gonna be my grandbaby, and Floyd gonna be his papa.
Have you had a chance to hang out with Floyd?
Yeah, I met him like twice. Yeah.
Okay. What was that experience like? How Floyd?
He really friendly. He's very, very, he's very nice.
Got you. The situation with Yaya, and like when you hear your son have his relationship issues and it hits all the blogs, do you just turn like, man, I ain't trying to listen to none of that? Like, how do you deal with it?
He's a kid.
Yeah. Because, as a parent, you don't cringe like when people try to attack you. Because you very vocal. If you feel like somebody attacking NBA Youngboy online, I didn't see you go at some people.
If they say the wrong stuff, I'll get on them. But other than that, I don't, like, just like you say, the mother part, if I hear something that's just too out of hand, I'm going to say something about it. But other than that, I don't care about that. Children gonna be children.
How do you mentor or work with like the children mothers and things like that?
Oh, I don't like what they got going on with Katrina. I don't care. I can see whatever. I want my grandchildren.
Yeah.
If I look over there and whatever, I want my grandchildren. This happened, I want my grandchildren. I don't care about what's going on.
Do it ever be an issue about getting your kids, or they always grandkids?
Not really.
Okay.
Only two that I really have don't really be seen. But other than that, no. I have great. All my grandchildren got great mamas and grandparents.
That's awesome. Rolling Loud. Of course, we're not gonna get into the whole situation, but fortunately, a situation went down. Youngboy was arrested in Rolling Loud. How did you find out about that situation personally?
They had called me. It was like Katrina was in the shootout or whatever, but I didn't pay no attention to that either.
No. No panic mode, like you don't like, I need to hear his voice. Is he all right? Like,
yeah, that's all I ask. They okay? Yeah, okay. Once I know they okay, I be like, okay.
He's just like, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Man, okay. Man, you stumped down like you said.
No, I'm serious. Like I can't. You know what I'm saying? If they okay, then God wanted them to be okay.
I got you. Do you feel like I know Youngboy made a statement in his newest song. He said, I try to pray 5 times a day. Name another Christian who do the same. Is Youngboy really a very spiritual, religious type of person?
Yeah, he's very good. He's a good boy.
Yeah. Like, at what point did he really start, like, really? Because I always tell him, like, some of the young guys that I mentored, I said, it's something about when you get to 25, things click over.
He's always been a good person. It's like he reacts to how they react to him, and that's basically how it go.
Yeah. Because I see him when he talk, it's almost like it's a shift. Like I hear him say this whole nonviolence thing. Mm-hmm. He's like, bro, I really don't, I see.
Yeah, he's not with that, but if they bother him, somebody come to him, you're a man yourself. Yeah. You're not finna disrespect you in front of your wife and your children. You see what I'm saying? Facts. You're not finna do it. Even if you want to take the high road, you still it's gonna be some flashing.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
When you look at some of the, like you said, you stay on the music side, you're the mother side, but you went at a couple of people that weren't playing, like Nino Brown. That was funny. Like the comedy side, you roasting people, high-siding people.
I'm a comedian.
That's what you do.
I was a comedian. I got money. I used to get paid for being a comedian too. Mm. I used to get paid to help people with their raps, and I used to get paid stand-up comedy.
So
because I feel like people are too serious. Like, like your grandmother, they think I just made that song. Like that song is like 15 years old, 16 years old. That song is so old, they went and dug that up. And we just playing around doing a cypher. But I'm like, everything don't have to be, all seriousness. Yeah. I love having fun. I'm 48. Like, I don't want to be sitting down just, changing pampers all day. I be outside playing with my grandchildren. I be on their little tricycles and everything. They be like, damn. They be like, Mama on a bike.
Yeah. Do you feel like the internet is now the streets? Like the streets has now infiltrated the digital world? No,
I don't think that the internet is, people problem. It's people. Because I don't care what I see on the internet, that don't mean I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I see people, they got grandmas getting breasts done, get their body done, Just because I see that don't mean I want it. I ain't saying nothing wrong with them doing it, but it's all in who you are. If you let the internet, influence you, there's something wrong with your mind.
Do you think that internet is absolutely influencing people? Do you think it's
it influences people, but like I said, that's on you if you let the internet influence you.
Got you.
You know right from wrong.
So what about when you see like artists start beefing over internet? Like, because it seemed like a dude be like, oh, your shoestring dirty. What pussy nigga pull up? And it is like go crazy over this online war of words. Do you think it amplifies beef?
But if you really pay attention, the people that's talking shit is on fake pages. You don't know who the real person is, so.
Yeah.
You don't see like, you really don't see people like, you might get it every once in a while, people themselves, saying stupid stuff, but it's most of the time it's fake pages.
Yeah. Do you think people can really get hurt beyond what they say on social media?
Huh?
Do you think people can put themselves in trouble to get hurt by what they say and post on social media? And that's what I mean, like.
Yeah, and no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no.
Got you. Because like we see people like always throw jabs at certain people. Like I remember what's his name, Boulevard Quick was going at y'all. And dude had a mouthpiece on him, and you can see when people, like you say, I'm not gonna let nobody disrespect me in front of my wife. On online, people are getting disrespected in front of the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard, especially with young kids whose minds still developing.
But the internet is tricky too.
Yeah.
Well, the world is tricky because I went to a club in New Orleans and people like, say Miss Sharonda, I got your back. These people don't know me. I ain't never seen these people in my whole entire life. I've seen people get in fights at school over Contrell. Contrell don't know them, never seen them, never heard of them, none of that. And they're taking up for him. So somebody can say something bad about Contrell on the internet and one of these crazy fans might go and beat him up. Yeah. We know nothing about that. Like, we have nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
nothing
absolutely.
At all.
When you see people around who go at him, And we know that Youngboy don't have anything to do it. He doing his thing and living his life. But you see these people who try to antagonize him like a Boulevard Quig or a G Money, and then they end up passing away. Is that one of those things like, man, when people play stupid games, they win stupid prizes? Do you kind of look at it?
I don't even pay attention to stuff like that. Like people be, you don't just be in beef with one person.
Yeah.
So I don't know nothing about other stuff. I don't know other stuff like that.
No doubt, for sure. Now we look at it now, like right now. I saw your freestyle. What do you say? Niggas think they're hoes, but hoes, we hoes too.
Oh, my children did to make me mad one day, so I just had to,
I feel like you got that get back. Like somebody get over on you. Or do you consider yourself spiteful, vengeful? Yeah. So
I am.
So soon as but how many chances are you patient though?
I am.
So how many chances do a dude get before you like, you know what, I'm in this mode now. You want to play this game? How many chances do you get?
Probably 2.
2?
Yeah.
Do he know he already burnt them 2 chances? So he don't even know. It's just one day.
He don't even know.
What do you think is you ever bust windows out, or poke tires out over a relationship?
Huh?
You love hard.
Yeah. I don't cheat. I don't play games. I don't do none of that. Like I don't even have a boyfriend. I haven't had a boyfriend in 3.5 years because like I don't have time for nobody playing with me at all. Like I'm scared of men. I'm so scared of men.
Oh, so you scared to be hurt?
Yeah, I don't got time for that. I don't want nobody calling my phone. I don't want no woman calling my phone. I don't want nobody, sending me pictures of my man with them or none of that. I don't have time for all that. So if you want to be with me, you better be ready for marriage because I don't got time for all that.
Why marriage? Like, could you do polygamy? Could you?
No, indeed. And then that's the thing too. They be like, oh, people put labels on stuff. This is my boyfriend. We don't need to get married because you know that man don't want you for real. You know what I'm saying? If a man love you, he gonna marry you. If a woman wants you, she gonna marry you. If a man love you, he's not gonna cheat. All men don't cheat. Men that's in real love don't cheat.
Can you love somebody and still let them down? I mean, have you ever loved somebody in your life and still didn't do right by them at times? We human.
I mean, it's not that I didn't love him. It's like I knew he wasn't gonna be for me for real. Like I've been married.
Okay.
I've been married, but it's like you know if you know you know. You see what I'm saying? Like you and your wife, if you know you know.
Yeah.
She know if she can trust you, and you know if you can trust her.
Yeah.
Like I know what I mean. Like you don't know. You don't know what they're doing behind your back. Da 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 da. You know.
You really don't.
Because if you feel it, yes, no. If you feel it, it's true.
Feelings are true though. Feelings are just feelings. It's not always fact.
If you feel like they cheat, they cheat. If you feel like they love you, it's real.
Can somebody cheat and love you at the same time?
Hell no.
Why not?
They can't.
Why can't they?
Because if they love you, they wouldn't cheat.
That ain't true.
Yes, it is.
Maybe they love you, but they just
the
like
last person I was with, I never cheated. I never lied to him. I never, none of it. I was straight up 100. He wasn't, but I was.
Yeah. So if he told you like, hey, I like you, but I also like to see other women.
Then go the fuck on about your business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be bothered with him.
And so he lied.
Huh?
So then he lied because he want to keep you, but he still want to do his thing. Is that wrong?
I mean, that's not lying. It's like, I'm not finna fuck with you. Go ahead.
But he wants you. He don't want to lose you. And so then he
lost me when he said he like other women.
And so that's why he hide and do what he do. Because maybe he never get caught and keep you and live his lifestyle.
No. Ain't no. You a cheater. You better watch him.
Yeah, it was my wife right here. We had these
no.
conversations all the time.
If they like you, they not gonna cheat. They're not gonna see no other women. Because when I was with my friend, I didn't see no other men. None. They didn't even cross my mind. The conversation wasn't even good. Like, even if they say, hey, yeah, get away, I got a man.
So until the dude cheat, and then it's until you catch a dude cheating, and then you savage mode.
Yeah, because like I trusted them.
So why not just leave? Why cheat back then?
I don't cheat back.
Oh, so once you catch a cheating, so the song is just a song. That's not how you live it.
No, I don't live like that. I've just made a song for hoes and niggas. Shit, I don't do all that. I believe in love, and even with my daughter, like all that they turn around. If they on the internet and they turn around looking backwards, like who you inviting to run in your ass, or when they dress this way and that way, your wife's body is your wife's body. Nobody ain't got to see what's under her body but you. You see what I'm saying? I feel like when they dress like that, you know, they're trying to, you know, seduce a man. You see what I'm saying?
But isn't that what we all do? We all seduce a little bit.
No, because I'm fully dressed and I look very nice and attractive. And you know what I'm saying? You don't got to see none of my body.
Yeah, well, I mean, but you showing the shape, you showing the legs, you got the high boots on.
That's nothing.
You don't show off them thighs.
I got high boots on. I ain't got no high ass shorts on with my ass out and my cat has hair halfway showing.
Oh no, it ain't got to be out. You know how to show them curves. You know, guys, we just need a little bit. You show an elbow.
Okay, a little bit okay, but not a lot. You see what I'm saying?
A lot is subjective though. That's from person to person.
No.
You might go to church and somebody be like, look what she got on.
You know a hoe if you see one.
Do I?
Yeah.
I like hoes. Think hoes is good.
That's on you and that hoe.
Huh?
That's the kind of man you is then. That's the kind of man you is. Your wife ain't no hoe. You don't like no hoes.
For me?
If you like the hoes, she wouldn't be looking like she looking. You like good girls.
I like the ones that look like the good girls.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I look like I'm a good girl.
There you go.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Yeah, savage behind that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do this segment with one of one of the last interviews I did. If God was in the room right now, he was gonna paint the perfect dude for you. He gonna build, we call it build a nigga. God is in the room right now. Say, Sharonda, right now you get to build the perfect nigga. What would he look like? I know you said red earlier.
It'd be red, around 35, 36. Love my children, love my grandchildren. Want to go to church, stay out of trouble. We might go out every once in a while. We might go out of town every once in a while. He would want only me and nobody else. He'd be ready to get married to me. And he would have to have, you know, if he don't have a job, he would have to have at least a little bit of his own money.
Got you.
And he would have to not be in the streets. And I don't like a man that everybody knows.
Okay, you like somebody low key.
Yeah.
What's his personality like? Break that down.
Quiet, like to stay at home.
Okay.
Or, you know, funny. Like, you know, when we walking and shit, he be like, damn, look at her shoes. You know, stuff like that. You know, fun.
Height-wise, how tall would you want him to be?
A little taller than me. I don't like tall men. About 5, 7, 8, 9. I don't like them too tall.
Why not?
And I don't like them too short. I don't feel like climbing up on them and looking up on them.
You know, that's that security though.
That ain't security just because you probably can still get your ass beat.
Yeah, you might, but a lot of people won't. They kind of think twice.
I don't like no big old tall men.
So somebody just comparable to you.
Yeah.
When you put on heels, do you need to still be taller than you? Or
No, he still need to be a little taller than me. A little.
Okay. Because you like how tall, about 5'7", 5'6"?
No, I'm 5'3".
Oh, you got them heels on. That's right. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, you good. 5'7". You straight. Okay. All right. So money-wise, you don't care about that. Because I always argue that women do want men for security money. He got to be able to bring something to the table. Like women can date. I feel like women can date across and up, but they never really can date down. They don't like to really date dudes that got less than them.
If you down and I know you can get up, I still might holler at you.
So for the potential.
Yeah.
Potential. Mm-hmm. Now, you say you like 35-year-olds. You think a 35-year-old is mentally ready to be a step granddaddy?
Some of them might be.
And then the step granddaddy to the biggest artist.
But when you date me, you dating me. You ain't dating my grandchildren or my children or dating.
You
like,
said you might gotta love them babies. It's a package deal.
I'm just saying, like you don't have to. You don't have to talk to my grandchildren or my children. You there for me.
What about when y'all get married?
Huh?
What
the
about
same thing. You married to me, you ain't married to them. They got their own daddies and people.
So when them grandbabies come in the room, he just walk in the room and close the door. That's cool.
No, you know what I mean? You have to, you know, if you want to speak to them and they feel comfortable with you and stuff, yeah, fine. But other than that, you my man. You ain't, I don't put my children on people or my grandchildren.
Now, what if your 35-year-old, 36-year-old had kids? Or do them babies become your babies?
My friend did have children. And I take care of them.
Oh, you so
like
sweet.
their children are my children.
You sweet.
Yeah.
So you take care of his, but he ain't got to worry about yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Because that's the thing. Sometimes people, like women, force their children to be cool with men, and then it don't end up the right way. You see what I'm saying?
You think that breaks the kid heart?
Nah, I'm not even saying that. Like, they got pedophiles and stuff in this world.
Yeah, that's real.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I would mess with a pedophile, none of that, but it just keeps everything, you know what I'm saying? It keeps your man out of trouble, and it keeps your children from being hurt. You my man. If they feel comfortable with you, you know, that's fine. Because children don't feel comfortable with just anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just try to put myself in a dilemma if I was that 36-year-old I was dating you and your grandson that's between Youngboy and Mayweather in the living room and he doing some bullshit. And I got to think in my head, do I tell this baby to sit his ass down, or I got to deal with Youngboy? I got to deal with Floyd. I don't know, man. That'd be a hard decision.
My grandchildren, they not bad.
But you know, just that correction, like you raising your voice, like damn, he look at him, he pouring milk all over the floor. But this Youngboy and Floyd kid, do I tell him to quit doing this shit? Like it might not be bad, but
you not they pop out. Just leave my children alone. Let them do what they want to do.
Just leave him alone. So he shouldn't correct them. Like
no, I'm saying that to my grandchildren. I know how to correct.
They gonna be tearing that step granddad up. Shut your ass up, granddad. No, but for sure. So now you got the lip gloss line out right now. How is that going? What's the plan with that? Where can people go and get the lip gloss?
It's at slimerfix.com, and I got the lip gloss. I got lashes coming. I got the foundation. It's just like a lot of different stuff. And like the girl, she was online, said, "Why is your lip gloss $20?" Because I have kids on my timeline, and I have single mothers on my timeline. So why would I have my lip gloss to be $40 and $50? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, people like the expensive stuff for some reason.
Yeah,
they like to see
try to help people.
I feel you. Before we get out of there, if you can just do it like this, what can you break down what people get wrong the most about NBA Youngboy and who you feel like he really is?
They get wrong that he's a messy person when he's not. He don't bother nobody. Like, he really don't bother nobody. And he's very nice and he's sweet. He loves his babies and his family. He's a family man. And, you know, he not with, you know, a lot of violence and stuff.
Yeah.
He rap about the stuff he saw.
Right.
He's not rapping about, you know, how it is, how he is. He's rapping about the stuff he saw.
Gotcha.
Like with his own eyes and stuff.
Utah, being out there, have you been to Utah? Like, why? How did he end up in Utah of all places? Like, that's kind of like remind me of Kanye when he ended up in what was that, North Dakota? Wyoming.
Oh, because he had one of his mentors lived in Utah when he was younger. And one day she took him to Utah and he liked it.
Do you like it?
I mean, I like wherever my kids is. It's not if you like something then not, because you can just get up on a plane and leave whenever you get ready. You see what I'm saying? It's normal.
Just like he got you moved from Baton Rouge to Houston. He say, "Mom, come get a house, move out here to Utah."
Everywhere he live, we live.
Gotcha.
When he live in Gonzales, we live in Gonzales. When he live in Slidell, we live in Slidell.
Gotcha.
Everywhere he live, we live. People don't know that though.
And we are finished with this, I promise. Christmas time is here. What does a mother get the biggest artist who has everything in the world? What do you get Youngboy for Christmas?
I get him a train set. I done bought him a Spirit movie. Like, got the horse. He used to like that when he was little. Like, I give him things. I give him things like that he remember. Like stuff like, you know, stuff like that.
So what you think on the list right now that you contemplating for this year?
The train set.
The train. The funny thing about it, I can see him actually playing at least the character I see online. I can actually see him playing and fuck around and shoot a music video with this train set.
Yeah, I want to get him a train set.
Well, I tell you what, I appreciate you sitting down. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to seeing you get back on and doing your comedy and shit. Mm-hmm.
They got to follow my new page too because they got took again. It's me again, Sharonda, because it's me again. I made another page.
Why they take it?
Because people be playing with me.
Like, you be on there popping shit, going off.
Yeah.
That should be funny.
No, it don't. If you get on my nerves.
Hey, well, till we meet again, like if you ever come to Dallas, definitely hook up.
I got y'all.
Peace.